Hello guys, this is Alex Pastor and I'm here today with Airush Kiteboarding Design Manager Clinton Filen, and we're gonna check out the new Airush Core foil. So we're gonna show you how it comes. This is a nice bag which is made 100% of recycled plastic bottles. So it's super nice and very easy to carry in your car. Yeah, it looks amazing. So let's check what's inside. First, we see this. I think is the back wing. So what do you think, Clinton? What's so special about this back wing?
Well, the big thing for us is the rear wing has adjustment. So you can see there's a standard setting, and also you can adjust the amount of trim on the rear wing. So that depends on your weight, how fast you're going, and in terms of whatever you decide to set on the foil, you might use a bigger front wing, you might use a smaller front wing, and you might have personal preferences. So that gives you that adjustment. And also you can see, with the amount of vertical component, that's what gives you stability. So if you have a very flat rear wing, then you'll see the foil be much more prone to go sideways, and this makes the foil much more stable. And when carving, there's also some lift component from that.
Okay, so what else do we have here? We also have the 550 front wing.
So that's, if you have a look at the configuration of that, what we've done on the wingtips is the wingtips are slightly vertically swept. So this means if it comes out of the water, it's less prone towards complete ventilation. All of the wings are made from pre-preg, so that's a big feature in terms of the stiffness is very high. The whole construction is as durable as possible, so that's a carbon pre-preg. And this is the 550, so that refers to the square area of the wing.
So here you have the base plate, right? Does this base plate have any angle or anything in particular?
Yeah, so this has a 3 degree of angle. So if you have a look at the Airush foils, you'll see that the front of the base plate lifts the nose of the board slightly. This is so if the foil does ventilate, your touchdown is less catastrophic. And you've ridden the foil, you know how easy it goes down and pops up again.
Yeah.
It's really helps with that ease of use, and it's got open ends, so it's easy to get the bolts in and out. You don't have to unscrew them all the way, and it's a low profile plate, so it doesn't have that much drag.
Yeah, for me riding twin tips is always challenging when I go to a foil or something like that, because my posture has to be completely different. So yeah, it's good that this foil has some forgiveness for me. And what else we have here? This is the Fuselage.
Yes, I guess the thing for me is the fuselage is extremely streamlined. So if you'll have a look, the whole thing is CNC'd, as little drag through the water as possible. You've got 3 connection points that are countersunk there, and you have everything as low profile as it can be for as little drag as possible. And then you can see the adjustment on the back there. That is, as discussed earlier, so that you can set your rear wing. If you move it further back, the foil comes up quicker. If you move it forward, it comes up a little bit slower.
So if you're more, let's say you have better level, do you want to have it more back or more towards the front?
It generally comes to personal preference. I would always suggest that you set it on the middle setting at first, and then some people prefer the foil to pop up quicker. But generally what I would say is having it neutral or slightly slightly nose down. So if you in your early days you can move the foil forward a bit, that means you go quite fast before the foil pops up, instead of putting it far back where the foil just comes out the water immediately.
Okay, so the beginning, I think I'll try to put it more towards the front. And it comes out of the box with an 80 centimeter mast, right? So that means it's a intermediate foil already, or it's for beginners?
Yeah, I would say once you get up to an 80, that's a little bit more for your intermediate to advanced riders. So typically this is the core foil that's aimed at somebody who can already foil to some degree. Generally what I would say is that you know, with foiling, it's a little bit challenging in the beginning. But what we try to do is because it's quite a premium foil, we wanted to make a foil that it's not something that you have for the first month and then you wish you could go faster. And you know, everything can be upgraded. You can get different components. You can get a bigger front wing. You know, that's if you want something with more lift, you can put a 1000 front wing, and you also have the options of shorter and longer masts.
So at the beginning, you probably want to buy a 60 centimeter mast to start with, and then you can.
Yes, I would say like you know, starting with the 60 is a really good place to start. But the 80, I think, is what most people will end up wanting to ride as their standard setup. So.
Okay. Well, we also have all the screws. Everything comes in the box. So I think what's left now, we should go to the water. We're gonna go to one of our Airush kite schools here in Tarifa, and we're gonna go try it. Like the wind even dropped to like what, 6-7 knots. Anyways, it was a pretty fun session. There's pretty much no wind on this foil. It's super fun. It's actually really fun. But you know, I was trying the smaller mast and the bigger wing. And if you wanna try stuff like I am, I'm trying to jive. This foil is a little bit harder for that. So it's better when you already have knowledge, when you already know how to jive. Because learning this one is a bit technical.